Hari Om. Welcome to the day 6 class of online Sanskrit classes. So, we will just do a small revision before we get started with day 6 topics. इदानीम् अद्यतन पुनस्मरणम् अस्ति यस्तनकक्षायाः. We'll just do a yesterday's class revision, that is day 5 recap. So we have seen the forms of Kriya Padam. We just revised all the forms of Kriya Padam. So for example, Gachati, Likhati, Patati, and Khadati, Vadati, Pruchati. So all these are Kriya Padam forms and which can be used with any singular noun like Balakaha Gachati, Balika Likhati, Sikshakaha Patati, Yuvakaha Vadati. So like that we can put any subject and we can use this Kriya Padam directly. And the same thing, if you want to use it with Aham, that means I. Aham Gachami, I am going. Aham Likhami, I am writing. Aham Patami, I am reading. So like that the Gachati becomes Gachami, Likhati becomes Likhami, Patati becomes Patami. So the me suffix will get added for Aham. And we have also seen usages of order or request. So for order or request, the forms will be ending with two suffix like gachati becomes gachatu, likhatu, patatu, like bhavan gachatu, bhavan likhatu, bhavan patatu, bhavan vadatu, bhavan prichatu. So like that for bhavan you ask, you go, you write, you read. So if you want to order or request, we can use these forms. So we have seen couple of examples yesterday on these forms, and the next thing we saw was the Shashti forms like possessive case in Sanskrit. So possessive is nothing but in English we will be saying belongs to or of, or for example Ramas or of Rama, belonging to Rama. So these things will be represented using Shashti forms, that is possessive case forms in Sanskrit. So examples like Saha Tasya, like Saha Balakaha Tasya Nama Ramaha. So he is boy and his name is Rama. And similarly, Sa Balika Tasyaha Nama Sita. She is a girl and her name is Sita. And Tat Pustakam Tasya Nama Ramayanam. So it is book and its name is Ramayanam. So here Tasya, Tasyaha, Tasya. So all these words specifies a possessive form of Saha, Sa and Tat. And similarly, we have seen for other nouns like Ramaha becomes Ramasya, Sita, Sitayaha, Devi, Devyaha, Pustakam, Pustakasya. So like Ramasya Pita Dasharataha and Sitayaha Patihi Ramaha, Devyaha Nama Saraswati, Pustakasya Nama Mahabharatam. So like that we have seen examples and we have even worked out few exercises as well. And for Aham it will be Mama. Like Mama Nama Ashokaha, Mama Nama, Mama Griham, Mama Nagaram, Mama Devalayaha, Mama Karyalayaha. So Mama is a possessive form for Aham. So we have seen these things yesterday, and also with time. Samayaha kaha, what is the time? So previously itself we have seen how to say time, and in the yesterday's class we have seen few more examples like 5 5 5 10 5:20 5:25 5:35. So for example 5 5 it will be 5 minutes over 5 o'clock. So panchadika panchavadanam, panchadika 5 over panchavadanam 5 o'clock. And similarly 5:55 5:50. So these things we'll be saying like pancha nyuna shat vadanam. Pancha nyuna 5 lesser shat vadanam 6 o'clock. 5 lesser to 6 o'clock. That is 5:55. Pancha nyuna shat vadanam. And we have also seen the page numbers of exercise, page numbers of workbook, where we can find the exercises for all these topics. So any questions on this part?
How can we tell for 528 and like that? You have said only for 555, 535. How to pronounce for 528 and before that?
Okay, so we know the numbers like 1 to 100, we already know. So like 28 in Sanskritam is called Ashtavimshatihi. So you have to use Ashtavimshatyadika Panchavadanam.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me go ahead. So we'll just revise once the Sashti forms, that is the possessive case in Sanskrit also. रामः रामस्य, बालकः बालकस्य, शिक्षकः शिक्षकस्य, देवः देवस्य, फलं फलस्य, पुस्तकं पुस्तकस्य, चित्रं चित्रस्य, and saha will be tasya and bhavan will be bhavatah. So if you observe these forms, it has masculine and as well as the neuter. For all masculine and neuter words, generally it ends with asya. If you suffix with asya, it gives the meaning of possessive. Like Ramasya, Phalasya, Pustakasya, Dwarasya, Grihasya, Devalayasya. So that means it's a something belongs to Devalaya, something belongs to Griham. That's what it gives a meaning. And for Strilingam, the forms are little different. We have seen yesterday, like Sita, Sitayaha, Mala, Malayaha, Patrika, Patrikayaha, Devi, Devyaha, Lekhani, Lekhanyaha, Nartaki, Nartakyaha, and Sa will be Tasyaha, and Bhavati will be Bhavatyaha. Same as Devi, Devyaha, Bhavati, Bhavatyaha. So if you see all feminine forms will end with yaha as a suffix, but only with Devi, Lekhani, Nartaki, Yuvati. So all these words will have off letter here. Devyaha, Lekhanyaha, Nartakyaha. So that's the only exception. And only these are the forms. If you can remember these forms, we can easily communicate in while talking. And aham will be mama. We have seen that. Astu vayam agre gacchama. So today's topic is on bahuvachanam. So we have framed a lot of sentences now, which are almost all are singular. That means a balakaha patati, a boy reads, and balika vadati, a girl tells. So all these sentences, what we framed, they are all singulars. The plural form of those sentences we'll learn today. So for example, we have saha balakaha. So saha balakaha means he is the boy. And the bahuvachanam for this, the bahuvachanam is nothing but a plural form of that will be, maybe each word we have to translate to plural form. So te balakaha. So saha will be singular and te will be plural. Like balakaha becomes balakaha. Saha balakaha, he is boy. Te balakaha, they are boys. And saha bhaktaha, te bhaktaha. So he is devotee, they are devotees. And eshaha yuvakaha, ete yuvakaha. And eshaha devaha, ete devaha. And similarly for questions like kaha devaha, who is God, and ke devaha, who are all gods. It's a bahuvachanam for kaha devaha. And similarly, so here if you observe, all the masculine words like balakaha, bhaktaha, yuvakaha, devaha, so all these words, the Bahuvachanam form will be dirgha at the end, like balakaha, balakaha, bhaktaha, bhaktaha, yuvakaha, yuvakaha, devaha, devaha, karyalayaha, karyalayaha, um, devalayah, devalayah, chatrah, chatrah, tarunah, tarunah, yuvakah, yuvakah. So like that for each masculine words, it ends with long vowel at the end. And another words like saha, he, and te will be they, and eshaha will be this person, and ete will be these people, and kaha will be who, and ke will be bahuvachanam plural of who. So most of words like nartakaha, nartakaha, vaidyaha, vaidyaha, sikshakaha, sikshakaha, chatraha, chatraha, vrikshaha, vrikshaha. So vrikshaha, vrikshaha. So it's a long vowel at the end. So that's what we have to understand from here. And similarly for feminine, sa balika, ताः बालिकाः, सा वैद्या, ताः वैद्याः, and sa nartaki. Okay, let's stop here. So the words which end with a for feminine words like balika, the plural form will be balikaah, vaidya, vaidyaah, and gaika, gaikaah, dinadarshika, dinadarshikaah, स्थालिका, स्थालिकाः, उत्पीठिका, उत्पीठिकाः, छात्रा, छात्राः, शिक्षिका, शिक्षिकाः. So if you see, these forms almost match with masculine forms, but if you see nartaki, the bahuvachanam form of nartaki will be nartakyah, nartaki, nartakyah, yuvati, yuvatyah, bhavati, bhavatyah. So similarly nati, natyah, taruni, tarunyah, gauri, gauryah, nadi, nadyah, ghati, ghatyah, lekhani, lekanyah. Okay, that is they are the forms for strilinga which ends with e, like sa nartaki, taha nartakyah. So here sa will be singular, it means she, and taha is a plural form of sa, it means they. So all it's only for feminine. And sa yuvati, taha yuvatyah, and yesha chatra, she is the person who is nearer, yesha chatra, etaha chatraha, and similarly yesha taruni, etaha tarunyah, and ka balika, who is girl, and kaha balikaha, who are all girls. So ka will be singular and kaha will be plural. So here only thing to observe here is the words which end with e in the strilinga, they will have little different. Otherwise you can directly use long vowel at the end and we can put visarga after that. Okay. And the napumsakalingam, the neuter words like tat palam, the plural form of that will be tani phalani. So tat is a singular and tani is a plural form of that. Tat phalam, tani phalani. So all neuters like phalam, dwaram, netram, vastram, yutakam, all these neuter words, they will have ni at the end. Phalam, phalani, yutakam, yutakani, shat, and vatayanam, vatayanani, the window, and vyajanam, vyajanani, the fan, dwaram dwarani, the door, and netram netrani, the eyes, and patram patrani, the vessels, and chitram chitrani, the pictures, and pushpam pushpani, flowers, pustakam pustakani, the books. So like that, for all neuter genders we can suffix with ni, that gives the plural form of that, like tat pushpam, tani pushpani. And similarly etat, tat means that, and etat means this. Etat chitram, this is picture, and etani chitrani, all these are pictures. And etat yutakam, etani yutakani, all these are shirts. And kim pustakam, what book? Kani pustakani, what are all books? So here the summary will be for all masculine, and masculine it will be long vowel at the end and a visarga, like balakaha balakaha. And for strilinga balika balikaha. And strilinga there is one more category like nartaki nartakyaha. And phalam for neuter, phalam phalani, pushpam pushpani, chitram chitrani. So these are the plural forms for all the nouns. Okay, so any questions here? So probably we'll try to frame few plural sentences ourselves as part of the exercise today. Okay, let me go ahead. So here I'll just give a summary of all the Bahuvachanam Rupams at here. So Ramaha, Ramaha, Balakaha, Balakaha, Sikshakaha, Sikshakaha, Devaha, Devaha, Bhaktaha, Bhaktaha, युवकः युवकाः, क्षम्यताम् अत्र टङ्कनदोषः अस्ति, युवकाः, मार्गः मार्गाः, तथैव अत्र सर्वनामपदानि अपि सन्ति, सः ते, एषः एते, कः के. एतानि सर्वाणि रूपाणि अपि पुल्लिङ्गरूपाणि एव. अत्र स्त्रीलिङ्गे एवं भवति, सीता सीताः, माला मालाः, पत्रिका पत्रिकाः, देवी देव्यः, लेखनी लेखन्यः, नर्तकी नर्तक्यः. अत्रापि सर्वनामपदानि एवं सन्ति, सा ताः, एषा एताः, का काः. एतानि रूपाणि सर्वाणि अपि स्त्रीलिङ्गरूपाणि. All these forms are strilinga forms. तथैव नपुंसकलिङ्गे अपि एवं भवति. In the neuter it will be like this, like phalam phalani, pustakam pustakani, chitram chitrani, griham grihani, phalakam phalakani. Sevam. Atrapi sarvanama padani, the pronouns will be tat तानि, एतत् एतानि, किं कानि, एवं भवति. एतानि सर्वाणि रूपाणि अपि नपुंसकलिङ्गरूपाणि एव. अनन्तरं अन्यविशेषशब्दाः अपि सन्ति. भवान् भवन्तः, भवान् छात्रः, भवन्तः छात्राः, भवान् युवकः, भवन्तः युवकाः, भवान् शिक्षकः, भवन्तः शिक्षकाः, भवान् भारतीयः, भवन्तः भारतीयाः. So एवम् एतानि उदाहरणानि भवन्ति. So examples will be like that. Bahuvachana roopam for bhavan will be bhavantah, and bhavati we already know, bhavatyah, bhavati sikshika, bhavatyah sikshikaah, bhavati nartaki, bhavatyah nartakyah, bhavati devi, भवत्यः देव्यः, भवति छात्रा, भवत्यः छात्राः, भवति युवती, भवत्यः युवत्यः. सो एवम् एतानि रूपाणि सिद्ध्यन्ते. अनन्तरम् अहं, तस्य बहुवचनरूपं वयं. सो फॉर अहं द प्लूरल फॉर्म विल बी वयं. अहं भारतीयः, वयं भारतीयाः, अहं छात्रः, वयं छात्राः, अहं तरुणः, वयं तरुणाः, अहं युवकः, वयं युवकाः, अहं वृद्धः, वयं वृद्धाः, अहं नटः, वयं नटाः. सो एवम् एतानि रूपाणि अपि सिद्ध्यन्ते. अस्तु, वयम् अग्रे गच्छामः. लेट्स् गो अहेड्. अग्रिमविषयः अस्ति बहुवचने क्रियापदरूपाणि. सो एतावत् पर्यन्तं वयं नामपदस्य बहुवचनरूपाणि अस्माभिः दृष्टानि. इदानीं क्रियापदानां रूपाणि अपि वयं पश्यामः. So till now we have seen the nouns forms and the corresponding plural forms, and now on we will be seeing the kriya padam and the corresponding bahuvachanam forms. So vayam पूर्वमेव वयं जानीमः एतानि सर्वाणि अपि बहुवचन रूपाणि सन्ति. भवन्तः, भवत्यः, ते, ताः, तानि, एते, एताः, एतानि, के, काः, कानि, रामाः, वैद्याः, मार्गाः, सीताः, बालिकाः, नद्यः, मित्राणि, यानानि. So etani sarvani api bahuvachana rupani. So all these are bahuvachana forms. We just learned in the previous. So now katham etasya kriyapadam katham bhavati iti vayam pashyamah. So how the verb forms for these bahuvachana will look like. So we already knew that the verb forms like asti, gacchati, pibati, kadati, patati, likhati, vadati, पृच्छति, पश्यति. सो एतानि सर्वाणि पदानि अपि वर्तमानकालस्य क्रियापदरूपाणि. सो आल् दीस् आर् प्रेसेण्ट् टेन्स् फार्म् आफ् आल् द वेब्स्. अण्ड् एतानि अपि एकवचनरूपाणि एव. सो आल् दीस् आर् सिङ्गुलर् फार्म्स्. सो अत्र बहुवचनरूपे किञ्चित् परिवर्तनं भवति. अत्र अस्ति इत्यस्य bahuvachanarupam santi iti bhavati. So in the plural forms there will be little change happens here. Asti becomes santi, and gacchati, gacchanti, pibati, pibanti, kadati, kadanti, patati, patanti, likhati, likhanti, vadati, vadanti, पृच्छति, पृच्छन्ति, पश्यति, पश्यन्ति. अत्र एतानि सर्वाणि रूपाणि बहुवचन क्रियापदरूपाणि वर्तमानकाले. So all these forms are plural forms of verbs in present tense. Like udaharanam, balakah asti, balakaah santi. The boy is there and boys are there. Balakah asti, balakaah santi. Balakah gacchati, balakaah gacchanti. Boy goes and boys are going. And pibati, Ramaha pibati, Ramaha pibanti. So Rama drinks and all the Ramas are drinking. And kadati, kadanti. So the thing which you have to note here is all the bahuvachana forms for the verbs will have in at the verb form. Santi, gacchanti, pibanti, khadanti, patanti, likhanti, vadanti, पृच्छन्ति, पश्यन्ति. सो एवं नकारस्य दर्शनं भवति. सो एतानि सर्वाणि अपि बहुवचनरूपाणि. सो wherever the nakara is there, so they will be the bahuvachana forms for verbs. अत्रापि कश्चित् विशेष क्रियापदानि सन्ति. सो देयर आर फ्यू स्पेशल verbs. तेषां बहुवचनरूपाणि भिन्नानि भवन्ति. So for them the bahuvachana rupam will be different. So example, karoti, tasya bahuvachanam kurvanti. So karoti, the bahuvachanam for karoti will be kurvanti. Dadati, dadati. Shrunoti, shrunvanti. एवं कानिचन क्रियापदानि सन्ति, तेषां रूपाणि भिन्नानि भवन्ति. परन्तु सामान्यतया सर्वाणि क्रियापदानि अपि एवमेव भवन्ति, गच्छन्ति, पिबन्ति, खादन्ति, एवमेव भवन्ति. So only few verbs will be little different, like karoti, dadati, shrunoti. Parantu most of the other verbs will follow this pattern. अत्र पूर्वस्मिन् अत्र यानि पदानि सन्ति तेषु अहम् इति शब्दः नास्ति. किमर्थम् इत्युक्ते अहम् इत्यस्य प्रयोगः भिन्नः भवति. अहं तस्य बहुवचनं वयं भवति. वयं गच्छन्ति इति न वयं उपयोगं न कुर्मः. उदाहरणम् एतानि रूपाणि सन्ति. एकवचने अहम् अस्मि, अहं गच्छामि, अहं पिबामि, अहं खादामि, अहं पठामि, अहं लिखामि, अहं वदामि, एवं भवति. परन्तु बहुवचने एतेषां रूपाणां कश्चित् किञ्चित् परिवर्तनं जायते. उदाहरणं so we will be saying aham asmi, aham gachami, aham pibami. But if you want to use with vayam, the forms will undergo a small change. The changes like aham asmi, vayam smaha, aham gachami, vayam gachamaha, aham pibami, vayam pibamaha, aham khadami, vayam khadamaha, aham patami, vayam patamaha, aham likhami, vayam likhamaha, अहं वदामि, वयं वदामः, अहं पृच्छामि, वयं पृच्छामः, अहं पश्यामि, वयं पश्यामः. अत्र सर्वेषां रूपाणाम् अन्ते अपि महा इति योजनं भवति. So all the rupas will end with maha, like gacchamaha, pibamaha, khadamaha, patamaha, likhamaha. So vayam gacchamaha, vayam pibamaha, vayam khadamaha, vayam patamaha. So these are the forms which you can use it with vayam. And atrapi कानिचन विशेष पदानि सन्ति. करोमि, ददामि, शृणोमि. एतेषां पदानां रूपाणि एवं भवन्ति. So there are some special forms like करोमि, अहं करोमि, वयं कुर्मः, अहं ददामि, वयं दद्मः, अहं शृणोमि, वयं शृणुमः. So एवं रूपाणि सन्ति. So इदानीं कानिचन उदाहरणानि उक्त्वा वयम् अग्रे गच्छामः. अत्र बहुवचने आज्ञा प्रार्थना कथं भवति. So how the order or request in बहुवचनं will be. So वयं पूर्वमेव वयं जानीमः एतानि रूपाणि बहुवचनरूपाणि इति. अत्र एकवचन आज्ञा प्रार्थना रूपाणि एवं भवन्ति. भवान् गच्छतु, भवान् पिबतु. So in the singular we have studied like भवान् गच्छतु, you go, भवान् पिबतु, you drink, भवान् खादतु, you eat, and भवान् पठतु, you read, भवान् लिखतु, you write. So in the bahuvachanam the forms will be little changed. It is same as the present tense. The in will be added. Astu becomes santu and gacchatu becomes gacchantu. Bhavan gacchatu, bhavantah gacchantu. Bhavan pibatu, bhavantah pibantu. Bhavan khadatu, bhavantah khadantu. Bhavan patatu, bhavantah patantu. Bhavan likhatu, bhavantah likhantu. Bhavan vadatu, bhavantah vadantu. Bhavan pritchatu, bhavantah pritchantu. भवान् पश्यतु, भवन्तः पश्यन्तु. स एवं बहुवचने आज्ञा प्रार्थना रूपाणि एवं सिद्ध्यन्ते. अत्रापि कानिचन विशेषपदानि सन्ति. करोतु, ददातु, शृणोतु. एतेषां पदानां बहुवचनरूपाणि एवम् अस्ति. करोतु, कुर्वन्तु. भवान् करोतु, भवन्तः कुर्वन्तु. भवती ददातु, भवत्यः ददतु. भवती शृणोतु, भवत्यः शृण्वन्तु. सो एवम् एतेषां रूपाणां प्रयोगः भवति. सो इदानीं कानिचन उदाहरणानि उक्त्वा वयम् अग्रे गच्छामः. सो अद्यतनपाठः समाप्तः. अद्यतन संक्षेपरूपेण वयं पश्यामः बहुवचनरूपाणि. पश्यति, पश्यन्ति for third person. And for first person it will be pashyami, pashyamaha. And for order or request it will be pashyatu, pashyantu. So for any word, if you know these 6 forms, you can manage with present tense and you order or request. And with that, the today's session ends. A summary of today is, we have seen shashti forms like saha, tasya, sa, tasyaha, tat, tasya. And similarly ramaha, ramasya, sita, sitayaha, devi, devyaha, pustakam, pustakasya, and aham, mama. तथैव बहुवचनरूपाणि अपि अस्माभिः दृष्टानि. So we have seen बहुवचन रूपम्स also. सः बालकः, ते बालकाः, सा बालिका, ताः बालिकाः, तत् पुस्तकं, तानि पुस्तकानि. अनन्तरं बहुवचनरूपे क्रियापदरूपाणि एवं भवन्ति. गच्छति, गच्छन्ति, गच्छामि, गच्छामः, गच्छतु, गच्छन्तु. Anantaram, whatever we have learned today, like bahuvachana rupams, that you can find in the workbook from page number 19 to 23. So you can work out all the exercises in offline from 19 to 23. So that's all for the today's session. Dhanyavadaha.